Sidney St. James, as we continue this Christmas season 2023 with the 21 parables of Jesus Christ. Before we get kicked off, I brought one of my novels here to show you today, and it's called Seeing the Power of God. And I can never do this good, but right up here is the novel itself. And anyhow, I've written a lot of books at the very beginning of time, and so to speak, and a lot of them dealt with the scriptures, and it made me ask a lot of questions, like why this, why this, why this? So I wrote this novel because Rusty Thornton is a fella that asks so many questions. So if you want to read a really good historical fiction novel, I call it fiction because he has the ability to talk to animals. But that's not what this podcast is about today. This podcast today, Season 8, Episode 3, The Parable of the Hidden Treasure. You'll find it in Matthew 13, verse 44. All right, folks, gather round for the tale of myself, Sidney St. James, our ordinary Georgetown, Texas lad, with a not-so-ordinary obsession for digging up old stuff. Yep, Sidney was an archaeologist, but not your run-of-the-mill type. He was the kind that could make Indiana Jones look like a rookie. So, there's Sidney, right? Holed up in this dusty archive, poring over maps and stuff so ancient, you'd think that they were drawn by dinosaurs. And then, bam! He finds this tattered old paper that's practically screaming, "Yo! There's hidden treasure out there." Now, this wasn't just any treasure. We're talking about legendary level loot here, folks. The kind that make you rich and make you powerful. It makes you rich and powerful. Naturally, our boy Sidney's heart is racing like he's just down 10 cups of espresso. Cut to it, Sidney. Now, the star of his own adventure movie, setting off to find this treasure, right? Destination somewhere. God-forsaken island out in the Pacific. I mean, the guy hops on a ship, smaller than my aunt's RV, okay? Ready to face storms and sharks and maybe even, who knows, a sea monster or two. Now, fast forward to weeks of seasickness, weeks of feeling bad, through weeks of seasickness and bad ship food, and they finally land on this island. It's like a scene from Jurassic Park all over again, minus, of course, the dinosaurs. Hopefully, they're trudging through the jungles, squeezing through the caves that make a sardine can feel spacious, and climbing mountains that would give a goat vertigo. Just when they're about to call it quits, thinking maybe this treasure's just a fairy tale, Sidney stumbles upon this secret door. No, not a Narnia kind of door, but close. He pushes it open. And holy guacamole, there it is. A room so full of gold and gems, it would make Scrooge McDuck jealous. Sidney's standing there, his eyes popping out like he's seen a ghost. And that's when it hits him. This isn't just about getting rich. He's living his dream. He's unraveling history's mysteries and doing what he loves. Talk about job satisfaction. Next thing you know, Sidney's the talk of the town. Everyone from scholars to treasure hunters is buzzing about his find. He's like the rock star of archaeology. But our man Sidney, he's just thrilled to share the story in the history behind this mega find. So, let me ask you this. What's the moral of this story? Well, it's like that old parable, about the hidden treasure. It's not just about striking it rich. It's about the journey, the passion, the thrill of the hunt. Sidney just didn't dig up treasure. He dug up his life's purpose. And that, friends, is worth more than all the gold in the world. Remember, sometimes the real treasure isn't what you find, but what you discover about yourself along the way. So keep digging, keep dreaming, and who knows, maybe you'll find your own hidden treasure. And that, my friends, is the story of Sidney, the treasure hunter with a heart of gold. Literally. And there you have it, folks. The incredible heart-pounding treasure hunting adventure of Sidney the archaeologist, with a knack for turning the pages of history into an exhilarating journey. It's like he just leaped out of a movie screen and into our lives, reminding us all that sometimes the greatest treasures aren't buried under the ground, but hidden in the chapters of our own lives. They're there waiting to be unearthed. But hey, don't let the end of Sidney's tale be the end of your adventure. I'm Sidney St. James, and you've been listening to the Sidney St. James Show, where every story is a doorway to another world, another mystery, another laugh, and another lesson. And guess what? The adventure doesn't stop here. Oh no, we're just getting warmed up. As we roll into the festive season of 2023, I've got a special treat lined up for you this whole Christmas season of parables that we continue on with on the Sidney St. James Show. We're talking stories that sparkle brighter than the star on top of your Christmas tree, and tales that warm your heart like a cup of hot cocoa on a snowy night. So, mark your calendars, set your reminders, tell your friends and neighbors, and make sure you're back here for our next episode. We'll dive more into the parables that have traveled through time, stories that have danced around Christmas trees, and legends been whispered by the crackling fire. Whether you're wrapping presents, decking the halls, or just chilling with a mince pie, tune in for a dose of holiday cheer, Sidney St. James style. And trust me, it's going to be epic, magical, and filled with surprises that even Santa couldn't fit it in his sleigh. So, until then, keep the spirit of adventure alive. Keep dreaming big. And who knows, maybe you'll find your own hidden treasure this Christmas. This is Sidney St. James, signing off, but not for long. I'll catch you on the flip side for our Christmas season parables. Stay awesome, stay curious, and as always, stay tuned. See you later, alligator. Peace.